day, everyone, and welcome to Film Nights. My name is Jerry McDonald. I'm my co-host and collaborator. I took that from Eastern Film Fans, Phil Gillen. Introduce yourself, Mark.
Hi, my name's Mark too, and I'm the apparently the resident horror hound. So
Oh
it's
yeah.
all good.
This is episode 2, part 2. We're finally getting around to our Friday the 13th look back at, because we did all the Friday the 13th movies for October as part of Spook October for our rewatching. Part 3 will be Halloween. Please tune in for that one, and please like and subscribe. Okay, right,
It would
Mark.
be nice.
Friday the 13th still hold up. What do you think?
Yes. I mean, to be honest, Friday the 13th was never the pinnacle of horror movies. It was always designed to be exactly what you expect. It's some guy running around the forest with a hockey mask on, killing people. They're not clever, they're not big, but they are exactly what you wanted. And what they've done is they've carved a little niche for themselves that a lot of people have copied. The idea of the sort of the following the killer through sort of point of view. I mean, it's not exactly a new idea. I mean, Peeping Tom did that first, but the Friday the 13th movies kind of peaked it, and they did it specifically to not really scare you, but just to throw as many gore and dead bodies as they can at the cameras. And for that, they'll always be classic movies.
Yeah, I mean, I think this last genre is set a bar as well, because the first one is more iconic, because we know Jason was not introduced until the actual end. It's his mum that's actually doing it. It's a nice little film. In the second one, Jason's not got the hockey mask. He didn't get that to the third one, isn't it? And but it's the evolution of Jason. It's the evolution of Jason all the way through. Forget the terrible acting and scripts at times. Forget all about that. I mean, there's some really dodgy ones.
Oh, it's awful. I mean, it's pure crap. Uh,
Yeah.
it's just all the stories are pretty much exactly the same. There's no shocker about it. I mean, they did try to. Obviously, the first one isn't the same as the rest of them because it's not Jason. And then they did the same thing with part 5. And then they moved him out of Camp Crystal Lake into New York in part 8. And then in part 2 he goes into space.
Justification.
Yeah.
This
So they're not going to win any awards for genius, technical writing, directing, acting. It doesn't matter because they are, like I said, it's exactly what you want. It's
yeah. So
just
Jason
moving you for death.
Voorhees is a great iconic horror character, and that's
Yeah.
why we included him. If you look back on when we first started this, we said we were going to watch what we thought was the 3 best slasher horror icons movies of all time. And this is one
Yeah.
of, Jason is that franchise. And in his resurrections and everything else, how he comes back. And it's the evolution of Jason that you get caught up into, and how he is a supernatural element when it comes into it and all this sort of stuff. And he is an unstoppable killer.
Oh yeah. I mean, it doesn't matter what you do to him, he's always going to come back.
He's
Obviously, part of the ending they did at least try to stop him in Jason X. They pretty much wiped him out. So, but the rest of them, it's just like, right, how many people can he kill before he dies? Um, it's they're just entertaining, stupid. There's nothing clever. Never ever been anything clever about them. But the thing about the Friday the 13th movies are, they are a legend. The first one took, what was it, $500,000 to make it, and it's made some ridiculous amount of money, like 500 million worldwide. For a low budget horror movie, that's pretty damn good.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't think the sequels are enjoyable for what they are, and yeah, like you said, they're not going to win any awards for their acting. Or there's some really dodgy lines. But you want to see Jason do his thing. What I liked about the second one as well at the start of the second one is when the only survivor of the first one, Jason gets her for
Yeah,
killing his mum.
yeah, it's payback. You kill my mum, I kill you.
He says works on animal instinct. This is what he does, and this is what he knows. I mean, I never got a chance to watch the ninth or tenth one, but
Yeah,
you watched them, and they
yeah.
were quite similar. You were saying because they were the New Line Cinema to Freddy versus Jason as well, weren't they?
Yes, they did, and they got a bit more of a budget thrown at them. So technically, the technicality of the films are a lot better. Um, the effects are a lot better. They kind of did away with the typical killing every female character that there is. And they are actually a lot better than the originals.
I mean, I've never seen the sequels before to Friday the 13th. I've only ever seen the first one. So I am going to watch. Definitely need to track down the ninth and tenth one. It's Jason
Yeah,
X is space. I just don't know what to do with him. So let's put him in space.
yeah. And Jason X is fun because normally if a horror series has to go up into space, then they've jumped the shark because they've run out of ideas. But Jason X is actually a really good idea to set him up into space to sort of expand his killing floors, so to speak. Plus, they took the piss out of him.
That's awesome. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And they took the piss out of him because he gets into a holodeck, a bit like the holodeck from Star Trek. And he tries to kill two people, but he can't do it because they're holograms. So he's kind of like hacked them to bits, and there's bits missing off them, and they're still talking to him. And he's just like, "Hang on, what's going on here?"
Yeah.
And then they do it again later, but they pull a massive joke about the whole thing about the premarital sex that the Friday the 13th movies are sort of renowned for. And there is a really good joke about that later on in the film. So Jason X is significantly better than you would ever expect a part 10 to be. Not clever. None of them are clever, but it's fun.
Yeah, at least it was more money spent on them as well. I mean, when they were Paramount, the first one was Warner's, but when they were Paramount for the actual sequel, so they seem to be churning them a little bit more. The third one is more throwing stuff at the screen and all this kind of stuff. And I mean, it's directed by Steve Miner as well, who directed H2O on.
I mean, Steve Miner's a great actor. He's. I mean, I remember the other day that Steve Miner was the guy that directed the film Warlock with Julian Sands and Richard E. Grant. I mean,
great film.
that film is genius. It's such a
Really?
great film. And he's also directed Friday the 13th, and he's directed one of the Halloween films, which we'll get into next time. He was a great, solid director.
Very much so. But I think given the content that you have, and also you got to remember these films were made back in the 80s.
Yeah.
As well, where people they were stuck to a formula, I suppose. I mean, after the first second, and he did the second one and the third one, and he just stuck to that kind of the formula that set at the bar. But at least New Line, when it went over to New Line, they were trying to do something a little bit differently, which brings us to the film that we actually both, well, not one film that we agree on, we agree on a lot, but we differ on some things. Freddy versus Jason.
Oh,
It's genius.
it's an underrated, absolutely awesome horror movie. It's exactly when you make a film that's got Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger in it. First and foremost, what the hell do you expect? You expect gore, and you expect weird ass dream sequences, and you've got both of them. It's a great film. It was like I said, it was underrated. A lot of people that love it because it's exactly what you wanted.
Exactly, but as a fan, that's what respect. You got a great premise of how, because everyone's forgotten about Freddy and he wants to use Jason. So he gets Jason back, get the fear back into the kids, and they'll start remembering it. Because the whole town is clamped down and they kept all the kids that were dreaming about Freddy, distance them away to try and stop Freddy from coming through. He's not happy with that. He wants around. He's scored by now. He's got Jason. Jason comes back in that time, but Freddy can't control him, even though he's not strong enough. Gets strong enough, and then the dream sequence at the end is brilliant. Him getting pulled out into the real, because he always gets pulled out in the real fucking world. Always,
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah.
getting pulled out. But the final battle between them is just great. It is.
Freddy Krueger doing kung fu. I mean, what's not to love?
Jason, I mean, Freddy doing kung fu, man, I love it. I absolutely love it. I
It's
mean,
great.
Jason,
It's such a great film.
it's good fun. It doesn't take itself seriously. It takes a
No,
piss.
exactly. I mean, it doesn't go too far down the comedy route that some of the worst Nightmare on Elm Street went, like Six.
There's a good mix
Um,
of comedy
it
in
keeps the comedy level steady. It keeps the gore level up. It keeps the weirdness from the dream sequences, everything. There's some really twisted comedy in there, like when he kills Kelly Rowland, pops her nose off. I got your nose. Just great. It's a great film, and like I said, it's exactly what you expected.
It's totally blue. I remember watching it in the cinema. And I like the use of sound in Freddy vs. Jason as well, because it kind of grabs you and it puts you into the use of sound. I mean, the bit with the fire, when I'm in the cornfield, when he sets Jason on fire, that's just, it's some really good scenes. Let's go back and, who directed the film? Ronnie Hughes, Hong Kong legend, Hong Kong
Yeah,
film. With a bright,
he's a great actor, director. Sorry, brilliant, brilliant director.
he got what it should be.
Yeah,
And that just wins through for me. Also to mention, after he did that, Bryce Chucky, I think, I can't remember which way around which one was first. He went to China and made Fearless with Jet Li, pure traditional martial arts movie about holding job, real life martial arts folk hero, and it's just the man can direct anything.
yeah,
You go from horror to do that, just amazing. Anyway, back to Freddy versus Jason. That's me just fucking wanting.
yeah. Well, yeah. Why not? We going off on a tangent. That's what we do.
That's just what we do. This is what film night is about as well. And if you haven't watched our first episode, then I want to know why.
We'll
See,
be knocking on your doors. We will. We know where you live. Well, we don't, but we can find out, I suppose. But we'll send Freddie round.
exactly. It's going to get your nose. This is just fun. This is just what we're going to do. I think we've covered enough of Freddy versus Jason. We both agree
Yeah,
it still stands out. Still worth watching. We rewatch them all. We both agree about Friday the 13th. Maybe it's a lesser of the three series that we watched, franchises that we watched, but they're enjoyable. They're enjoyable, and I'll go back to them and I'll watch them again.
yeah.
You know,
The fun movies. I mean, what is there? It's a guy walking around in a mask and killing people. It's exploitation at its absolute worst. I mean, you could be really negative about it and say, "Oh God, it's just women getting their clothes off and men acting like dicks." Well, yeah, but that's sort of a key as to what 80s movies were about. I mean, it started in the 70s. That was pretty much it. We hadn't really hit the decade of enlightenment with regards to the final girls. I mean, pretty much every survivor of a Friday the 13th film is female. So you could argue that they're slightly feminist in that response. I wouldn't go that far. I think it's like they're feeling bad and they're just going to throw as many naked women as they can. But the survivor is a woman. It's a really daft kind of way of saying, look, yeah, we know we're sexist, but we've got a survivor.
I think
So
it's one of the most horrible things. And it was just like, what? When it was stuck in my head, right, when I was watching it, right, and he turned it in the center and then he's got them all camp leaders or whatever, on the card. and you sit in there, and when it's your time for your menstrual cycle, like you're saying, just to keep yourself clean. What the fuck? What? Seriously, only in the 80s.
Oh yeah. Like, it's, I mean,
There's a line that came from nowhere. You're like, what fucking wrote that?
yeah. Oh, it's daft. I mean, it's if they can think of something to throw in there, they'll do it. He seems to. I watched Freddy Vs Jason Part 2 again last night, and I don't know, but Jason seems to have it in for the old VW bugs because he killed one in Part 2. He's trying to get someone, he's stabbing through the roof, and then in Part 6 he skewers a tire on another one. I mean, what has the VW bug ever done to you? It's just random things like that.
He kills all these teenagers because they're not fucking they don't paint them as something like pillars of from the society and really actually.
Oh no, yeah, no, you can't. I mean, there's nobody that's in a Friday the 13th movie is particularly whiter than white. They always do something wrong, and they'll pay for it.
Okay, I mean, I loved a bit in Manhattan when he's fighting the box. Jason knocks his head through, but I also like in Manhattan that the two rapists, they really.
Yeah, he's turned into the very first sighting of Dexter Morgan. You know what I mean? He's the killer of killers, and he's gone on holiday as well. So he gets to see the sights of New York.
Jason take a cruise. He did
Yeah,
have a wee bit of time in Manhattan, but not a lot. He saw the darker side of it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're going to go to New York, then you kind of expect it. But I'm not dissing New York. It's a lovely place, but he has got a reputation.
Exactly. I mean, they are enjoyable movies. I mean, I still hold them up. Now, next time we're going to be talking about Halloween. Mark and I love Halloween. We love
Yes,
everything. We love
yes,
the films. Maybe it goes a little bit, but we'll find out our thoughts on the next episode. Also,
yeah.
since we're leading up to Christmas, we're going to do Christmas movie special.
Yes, I mean the big question that seems to spark up a massive conversation every year is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
It's Die Hard a Christmas movie, and we're going to tell you why on the next episode why we think it
We're not giving spoilers away, but we have an opinion.
but we will tell you why. Also, we'll tell you there's certain other ones that do get put in and served at the Christmas movie, but we don't really think.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But we just had that discussion, and we'll have that discussion again. So please join in for the next one, and then the next one.
yeah. So we've got two set up all ready to go. So aren't you lucky?
And hopefully we can have a couple of guests on the next one as well. I'm just waiting for them to confirm. It won't just be Mark and I, but we are the film nights.
That's us.
This is our episode on Friday the 13th. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe.
Yeah, as they say in the immortal Evil Dead, join us.
Peace out for myself. I'm Jim McDonald. Please tune in to us.
Okay, I'm Mark. Take it easy. Take a good one, and we'll see you soon. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.